cannot believe it is the 50th anniversary of that perfect season, and joining us on the schedule release show, Steve Mariucci, to talk about is none other than Pro Football Hall of Famer Larry Csonka. How you doing, Larry?
Good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Thanks for coming on.
Can you believe it's been 50 years, half a century, Larry?
Half a century. That's, I've been down. I was tying my shoes today, and I noticed a little problem getting down to time. So maybe I can believe it now.
What's your recollection of it as we're looking at some of the pictures from it from back in 1972?
Shula. You know, in a word, if you want me to define the 72 season in one word, it would be Shula. And all the things that I promised him that I would never reveal, that we talked about in his office, I've now, after his passing, I can finally tell my side of the story and hopefully, maybe, get the last word. I don't know.
Okay, well, do it. There's something called having the floor that you have right now. You want to use this platform to share?
Well, just, I've written a book about my memoirs, and of course it covers the 72 season, but the 72 season is certainly the highlight, the all-time highlight of the first 100 years of the NFL, certainly the 50 years that I can recall. But it goes into more than that, all the hard work, all the details, and it centers on that 72 season. And that was the epitome, after Shula coming to us, just like Coach McDaniels is coming to the Dolphins now, we were the losingest team in the league. Shula took us somewhere in very little time. In 1970, we were already in the playoffs, his first year. And then we went on and went to Super Bowl VI the next year, lost it, got kicked in the face by the Dallas Cowboys, came back with such a strong emotion and so supercharged with his energy for the 72 season that we ended up going undefeated for the entire season and won the championship. The best team in the first, the first 100 years of the NFL says it all.
You hit on it, Larry. Rich was only 3 years old when you guys were doing all of this, all right? I'm just telling you. I was in high school, so I was watching you guys with interest, all right? You were and it's not just about the 17-0 undefeated team. You guys, some people don't know that they're in 3 Super Bowls in a row. This is a dynasty. I mean, I'm sure you're very, very proud of being the only undefeated team, but you got to be proud of that dynasty that you Miami Dolphins had with going 3 Super Bowls in a row, right? Winning 2 of them.
And even more so from the fact that in 1969, we were the worst team in the league. Shula came to us in 7. He's just Coach McDaniel is coming in now. He's walking into the same kind of affair, not knowing what kind of people he has, where he's going to put his assistant. But there's all these things come into play. Coach Shula not only did that well, he did it excellent. He hired Coach Arnsbarger, Schnellenberger, some of the greatest coaches. Monty Clark would block for Jim Brown for years at the Cleveland Browns, their offensive line coach. What a combination of great talent that he put together, unknowingly, seemingly, and then launched into that. But, it's one thing to be a runner-up for a few years and then win it. It's something else to come from the worst team in the NFL one year and be in the playoffs the next. It's quite a thing to talk about.
Larry, thank you for joining us here on the schedule release show on the outset of the golden anniversary of the sterling perfect season of 1972. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
And Franco, who was a guest.
I always thought it was really cool that Larry Csonka had the same name as my dad. That was always really cool. One of the best iconic players in the history of the Miami Dolphins. Larry Csonka. Entertaining as can be. Love him.